diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. Jet, we Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Rick flaring, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us. We Rick flaring on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring on them, Rick flaring son up.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man, A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Cannot hear. Oh man, I was like, I can't even hear myself. My daughter being here messing with my buttons. What is going on, everybody? You already know this. Happy Friday! Hope all you Bamas out there in them streets as well. Hope you guys are having a great day. Counting down the clock till you get off work. You already know what it is. Nice little midday afternoon show. You already know. Listen, man, let me just go ahead and say this. You already know I don't start on time. All right, so if you see 2:30, just say 2:30-ish, okay? Ish. I'm a procrastinator at heart. Okay, I'm a procrastinator at heart. So like, I will literally, like 15 minutes before I go live, I'll say, hey, I'm going live. I'll tell my wife, hey, babe, I'm going live. So I'm literally doing all my slides in 15 minutes, and and I set it up for like, okay, so if I tell my wife I'm going live at 2:15, I said, babe, I'm going live at 2:30, it probably is like 2:10, right? So imagine me, all my thoughts are running through my head, and that's why my stuff be grammar. I don't spell stuff right because I be rushing. It gives me a rush. It gets me hyped. I don't know what it is, right? Like, it's just how I work. It works for me, right? So when I'm doing something at the last minute, I get amped up. I'm like, oh, this is good. Oh yeah, this is good too. But if I do it like the night before, I don't feel the same energy, right? So just understand, if I say 1, I mean 1:15. Okay, if I say 2:30, I mean 2:45-ish. Okay, because I'm still working on the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know what's the condolences for, but shout out to my boy Alan Darby. Can go to. I don't want to play back home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Condolences, my boy. I hope everything goes well. Listen, funerals are. Listen, funerals can bring out the worst in people, and it get ugly. So condolences, man. Our prayers and wishes for you. Hope everything is getting well, man. All right, listen. You already know what it is. Gotta pay some bills. Gotta make some announcements. And the biggest bill is this one. If you do elite things, you get elite coffee, elite 15 coffee. Link in description below. Black-owned, veteran-owned business, top-of-the-line products, whatever you need. We got them. Okay, elite 15 coffee. Make sure you get yours today and become elite. Okay, and also road to 300. Now listen, after I make this announcement, this stream will be a members only chat. I'm not playing the wife. Y'all not about to get me in trouble messing with y'all, right? Now, if you are a member and we're trying to get to 300, we will get to 300. We're manifesting, right? My boy Reese, I'm doing a $150 giveaway at the 300 mark. My awesome subscriber member Reese is giving away, on top of that, the NCAA football game. He hit me up and was like, Scotty, I got the pre-order copy. I got the receipt. How about we give it away? I said, how about you just give it to me? That's what I really wanted to say. If I'm being honest, I was like, you could just get that to your boy. I would really appreciate you. I give out a PS5. I am not, y'all. I'm saving up for a PS5. You think I'm gonna give one away? Listen, I don't know how much money y'all think your boy make out here in these streets. Like, I do pretty good, but I don't do that damn good. Okay, so we are going to definitely do a giveaway of the NCAA, but it's only to the members, right? So even if we don't hit the $300 and the 150, I'm still going to do the giveaway of the NCAA football game because Reese has put his money into it. I don't want everybody to start buying their games, and there's no reason for you to become a member. So blah, 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 blah. All right. So we're still going to get that one away regardless of the fact. So listen, like in the movie Django, tell Miss Laura bye. If you're not a member, tell Miss Laura bye. Okay? Bam, this is now officially become a members only chat. All right? So tell Miss Laura bye. Okay. Bye, Miss Laura. Boom. Absolutely love that. Make sure you become a member. Road to 300. Link is in the description below. All right? Link is in the description below. Tell Miss Laura bye. Bye, Miss Laura. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Your boy is never getting hot in this joker again. I figured out how to open that window. It is cool and breezy. It is cool and breezy. I'm not gonna look like I'm preheating up in this joker because I am black and I am dark and it does get hot in this joker. But I open that window up and it do what it do. But watch my shoes, okay? So we cool and breezy. Hey, listen. Also, this Sunday, this Sunday, ladies, be in attendance. Fellas, if you watch the movie, you can also be in attendance. This is a girl needs girl, all hands on deck. They are talking about the Tyler Perry Mia Culpa movie. We're going to have some guest females on the panel as well. So it's going to be a full screen of ladies talking about the movie Mia Culpa. So come in, bring your drinks, bring your wine, bring your popcorn, bring everything, bring your opinions. And you already know Key and Robin going to give you the rundown of the whole movie, of all the parts and everything like that. So, hey, listen, Aaron, bring that opinion on Sunday, my boy. All right. If you didn't like them, if you love the movie, come and tell us you love the movie. If you hate the movie, come and tell everybody you hate the movie. Call in, talk about it. But it's going to be a full-fledged event on Sunday, 8 o'clock, March 3rd. Make sure you got it locked in right here for Girls Need Girls on Sunday. Also, listen, I got announcements for days. Also, Emory Hunt, my guy Emory Hunt, CBS football analyst, top of the line, the football czar, the football game plan, how he got it all locked down. He will be on the show live Tuesday on Outspoken, 8-7 Central. You don't want to miss it. We talking NFL draft. We talking HBC players. We talking bowl games. We talking it all with Emory Hunt on the platform on Tuesday, right? 8 o'clock, 7 Central, me, Perry, Outspoken. You already know. Man, I'm telling you, we try to elevate, baby. Try to elevate, baby. You know, all you can do, listen, if you don't innovate, you will die. Simple as that. Simple as that, all right? So just want to get out those quick announcements. So let's get into today's show. I'm going to hit a lot of few things, right? I'm gonna go some places, but at the end of the day, we gonna stay. It's off script. Why I don't gotta explain nothing to y'all? It's off script. Y'all already know how it goes. It could be a comment that said it, and it just go completely left. Or that's my right, your left. No, left. Yeah, left. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's get into it. I don't talk much about the Bulldogs. Perry don't talk much about the Bulldogs. But kudos have to be given where kudos are given. You know, let me gotta him a little, come on now. Gotta give him a little golf clap. Alabama A&M first in the SWAC to install video boards at all athletic venues. Now, okay. Let me explain to you how this feels to me, right? It's like, to me, to me, all right? And you know I love Dr. Paul Bryant, so ain't no talk. There will be no Dr. Paul Bryant slander on this channel. So I love Dr. Paul Bryant. Let me just say that. Let me just say this. This statement, right, just sounds like, oh, I got all, you know, I put TVs in every seat of my car. But then when you get in the car, it's that old DVD player that flips up, and you're like, I mean, is it a screen? I mean, it is. It's. You're right. You're technically, you know what I'm saying? But if you get what I'm saying, it's like they're. It's a dope accomplishment, but the screens that they have, you like, it's just like, I mean, they okay. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, video bong. You know what I'm saying? Like South Carolina State's nasty. FAMU's nasty. Even Morehouse's nasty, right? Like they got some nasty video boards. You know, and I'm just saying, right? And then if you look at the announcement, if you look real close in the fine print, well, not in the fine print, but if you look real close in the picture, they got like this little thin video board for basketball, like this real thin jank, like kind of like them old school belts we used to wear back in 2000, where you used to put your name on them. You know what I'm saying? You could, like, on the back of the buckle. I know y'all remember that. On the back of the buckle, you could put your name in, like, oh, I'm that guy, and then it would be like, I'm that guy across your belt buckle. Like that's what they got at the A&M. Now, don't get me wrong, the basketball stadium is fire, right? But the video board they're referring to is like that. So credit. I'm going to give you Again, I am giving you your kudos for screens, right? For your screens, got all your video boards. So congratulations. I will give you the congratulations. Now the standard of those screens. Hey, listen, man. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not here to judge. I think you guys are doing a wonderful job in getting hip with technology and coming up with the times and things like that. So kudos. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put in comparison of what we're talking about when we say screens. You know, if you remember them old DVD players with the screen and the pop-up, you had a screen, but it ain't like a 2024. It ain't like the 2024 Cadillac, you know what I'm saying, with the junk on the back, and you got the Netflix, but it's a screen though. Nobody see this. What I'm saying. That's why I said that's why I gave the kudos first. Nobody's belittling it because I'm giving them the kudos. I'm like, congratulations on getting the screen. I'm just putting in context what the said screen actually is. That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. It's like somebody say, my mom was an astronaut. Was she really? Or was she working at the Space Museum? See, it's context. It's not belittling. No, it's not belittling. It's just like your mom was an astronaut at the Space Museum. She was just working at the Space Museum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying she wasn't an astronaut. I'm not saying that at all. It was just at the Space Museum. It wasn't like in a rocket. You know what I'm saying? So when you say you have screens, I'm not saying that you don't have screens. I would never say that. I'm just saying the screen wasn't the screen that people be thinking of the screen. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not belittling. I'm just giving context on said screens. That is all. That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not, listen, I'm just being, listen. That's all I'm saying. You just got to put stuff in context. That's all. So everybody has an understanding, because you know what I'm saying. And it's nothing wrong with leading the charge. Okay? It's nothing wrong with leading the charge. Okay? You're leading the charge in pushing the boundaries of being first in the screen game. And I'm happy. I'm happy A&M is putting pressure on other HBCUs to get their screen game up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But in turn, there's just difference to screens. That's all I'm saying. Like, let's be real. Jackson State screen is not that good. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, they need to get it redone. The one both of them jokers. The one on the top, where the broken bleachers is at, right above the broken bleachers. That screen is ass. And then the screen they got behind the albino tiger, that joint's ass, right? So both these screens is ass. So they both need to get changed out. But that's what I'm saying. That's context, right? It's all context. So, well, that's reality. Well, I'm still giving you context. So it just is what it is. All right. Let's move forward. Because Smash took me somewhere I didn't want to go. I was just telling y'all what the screens was like, right? Here we go. Not the broken. They broken. I'm not lying. The bleachers is broken. They got. I've been to the state. That's how I know you can't. Oh, okay. This is what we're doing this Friday. That's how I know you can't seat 60,000, because a V shape of bleachers is broken. You're not even doing the math to subtract from the broken seats. So you can't seat 60,000. It ain't possible. They broken. Okay? So Jesus, that don't even get me started on that. So that's not even. Okay. Thank you. Okay? Just come on, man. Let's just keep it. Anyway, I wasn't even trying to go there. Okay? I wasn't even trying to go there. I'm just, okay, let's keep it a buck. So, last point. Honest excuse are too small for the stadium size. It's like having a tennis. See where we at? See what you did, Smash? See what you did? I wasn't even trying to go there. Now everybody talking about screens. I was just trying to tell people the context of said screen. Now, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? God almighty. That's not what Smash said. So he didn't say 63. He didn't say 63,000 on one accord. He said 60. Now, if you say 60 and you not talking about them bleachers, that's easily 58K. So let's just stop the lies right there. Okay? And I know you ain't seating 60 something, because that means you got to fill up the opposite side of your stadium, which you don't believe in doing. So I'm moving on. Let's talk about it. Shout out, listen, I love me some Dr. Kiki Barnes. I love her. She doing big things down there in the GCAC. Oops, it's not that anymore. It's not that no more. It's new phone. Who is this? You know what happened when, you know what I'm saying? Like what that girl say? Don't forget to come pick up your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine Sullivan, new phone, who this? Wale song, new phone, who this? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no GCAC no more. We different out here, baby. We doing it. So what they call themselves?
I think one of the coolest things about it is that like how diverse and like how different the logos can be used, and like listening to how much is in such a simple logo.
Hey, listen, this logo freaking fire. This logo is freaking fire. I put it on a shirt, put it on a pat like that. This logo is absolutely amazing. Now, the simplicity, listen, man, simplicity is the best. Because I saw people saying, why would you name yourself the HBCU Athletic Conference or HBCU Athletic Conference? Okay. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you? Because let's be real, and let me open these call lines up, right? Let's be real, because there's not a conference. Listen, man, y'all listen. Y'all talk the way y'all look at life is like everybody knows what HBCUs are, and
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
And I'm gonna keep coming to you guys and telling you this. Bamas don't know who you ninjas are. Okay? Bamas do not know who you ninjas are. And I'm going to be honest. A lot of people, when I first heard of Xavier, I thought we're talking about the basketball Xavier. Not like, I get that stuff confused. I didn't know Dillard was an HBCU. I didn't know Wiley was an HBCU, right? Like some of these schools, you do not know their HBCUs, even though they do really well, super smart, all this type of stuff. A lot of people don't know. So if you name yourself an HBCU athletic conference, i.e., all you ninjas are HBCUs. You get my drift? Like, you call yourself a SWAC, but it's like, okay, I mean, SWAC, Southwestern, West this, I don't know, Mid-Eastern Atlanta. Unless you know, you know. But if you don't know, you don't know. Smash, coming to you.
Scotty, hey, bro. Hey, this shit was brilliant. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me tell you why. Because even after we went to that press conference in New Orleans, I still be trying to figure out what the name of this shit is. I just know that there's the schools in New Orleans and local surrounding areas. But this is a double marketing scheme. Shout out to the PR and marketing of the university. When you type in HBCU Athletic Conference, not only are they gonna get like recognition, but you're gonna get a lot of people say, I didn't know this is an HBCU. So all these new people want to do HBCU this, donors who want to like now give the HBCUs and shit. When they find out their whole athletic conference for this shit, now they gonna get a piece of everybody else's pie too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh now you got Xavier in there. Xavier probably one of the best HBCUs in pharmacy, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. If they pick Billet back up. Conference schools don't want to join this conference simply off the name alone. So this offer for somebody who's here in the local area who attends some of these games and events, and you have fish, you have the gymnastics team breaking history and doing all kind of shit. This can be big on top of this logo being dope as shit.
Yeah, the logo is absolutely, whoever made this logo is absolutely fire, and it's the simplicity of it that makes it so dope. My thing though, Smash, and going back to what you said, is if I'm a corporation and I'm like, hey, we got to give money to HBCUs, and I got a whole C-suite full of white Bamas who don't know, I'm going to just Google HBCU something, and 9 times out of 10, this conference is probably going to come up. Right? So it's
exactly.
Go ahead.
This something the SWAC should have did. Like this something the SWAC should have did, because people can say, "What is the SWAC?" You know what I'm saying? You hear it all the time.
Yeah.
When you say HBCU athletic conference with some of the biggest schools like Southern and Grambling, that's in a real HBCU conference, this could have benefited the SWAC 10 times more than it have benefited the GIAC.
Simply because off of name branding and name recognition, right? So it's one of those things. And listen. The reason I really love this is because of how wide the stretch of the former GCA she stretches. She has the Virgin Islands. She has, Alabama. She has some Louisiana. It's not a regional thing because she called it the Gulf Coast Atlantic Conference, which more conferences' names are based off their coastline or whatever. But to just go by what you're bringing in, I think is an absolutely great marketing plan for the HBCU Athletic Conference. I think that's just a dope ass name. I'm sorry, it's just a dope ass name. Period.
Exactly. It's just the HBCU brand. And look at this damn logo. I want a shirt with it on there. It just gives me like it's simple. I like the blue, of course, you know what I'm saying, but it's really like it embodies everything of HBCU on some like tribal type shit. You know what I'm saying? Let us look. So I don't know, man. That's just my take on it. But Scott, I want to back up for a second because you ain't gonna throw me under the bus of the book and do that state. That's what you're not gonna do. I did not say that. You said that.
And then you agreed. Then you agreed that they were broken.
I didn't say it first. And also, how you gonna talk about Alabama A&M screens? That's like telling the girl, you pretty, but your head big as fuck. Like, how you supposed to accept that, Scotty? You know what I'm saying? That's how you
but is it true? See, the thing about it, you see, y'all look on it as like, why would you say that? And my question is it the truth? See, that's the difference. I look at it as, is it the truth? Like, you could be like, you know what? Like a girl could come up to me like, you're handsome for a dark guy, right? Like, I could be handsome, which I believe I am. And I'm dark, right? So there's now you might feel a way.
What you mean for a dark guy?
That's what I'm saying. What you mean, right? What you mean? But that's the perspective that somebody might have. Me, I'm saying, yeah, you have screens. Like if I say, hey, Smash, man, I got TVs in all my house in all my rooms, and they all 32 inches, you be like, bro. I mean, when you say screens, I'm thinking you got 50 to 60. That's all I'm saying. It's context. It's context.
Living in 720p like a motherfucker. Well, nah, man, no, I fucking A&M and all that. That's one of my favorite schools, actually. But no, you didn't have to point that shit. I'm like, damn, Scotty, let him live. Damn, he ain't let him live. He ain't let him live at all. But I'm going, man.
All right, boy, appreciate you. I appreciate you, Smash.
I'm rocking with it long way. I'm going, man.
All right, boy. Listen, man. It's easy to let you live because I really didn't shut nothing down. I'm just saying, like, I gave you the accomplishment of having the screens, right? And we all know what A&M is all about. A&M is about screens and retool your school. Clearly, that's what they about. Okay, let me tell you what A&M is about. Magic City Classic, retool your school, and screens. That's A&M in a nutshell right there. Boom. Just balled it up, threw it at you right there. Because that's what they're going to give you. They're going to tell you about the Magic City Classic. They're going to tell you about how they win, retool your school, and then now they got screens. Congratulations. I just in 5 seconds, I just simplified Alabama A&M for you. There you go. They gonna brag about some retool your school, right? Now there you go. And Ricky, I don't even think, did he go to A&M or he went to Alabama State? I thought he went to Alabama State. So yeah, one of them Alabama schools. They do. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. The dorms are really nice. I ain't gonna lie. The dorm rooms are really nice. I can't even fake on them on that. Dorm rooms are fire. Listen, this next one is all for the ninjas. Is all for the ninjas who talk about, Scotty, all you do is bash our HBCUs. All you do is talk about how bad we are. All you do is, well, now I'm talking about a white institution getting their ass shut down. Okay? Here, because everybody, listen, this is, I swear for God, every time I bring up something at an institution, you know what Alabama say? Well, Scotty, there's white schools that go through the same thing. I'm like, this ain't a white show. This ain't a white school channel. We talking about HBCU stuff, right? That's what I thought. Because if I start talking about white stuff, then you're like, Scotty, why don't you talk about the black people no more? So make up your damn mind. Well, now here's for y'all. Here's for all you naysayers, right? If all you naysayers to say I don't talk about white schools going through their crap, right? Now, Notre Dame College, see, I'm not even going to talk about St. Augustine because then they say I'd be bashing the HBCU. Anywho, Notre Dame College, a private institution, set to close at the end of spring semester. Now, mind you, this is just right up here where I'm at in Ohio. I think it's like Elucid, Ohio. Something like this. Private institution shutting itself down. Here's something in the article that they wrote. In a news release, officials said that the college's board worked tirelessly for years on multiple fronts to address long-standing issues. That list included refinancing debt, launching a fundraising campaign around its centennial anniversary, and strategically using pandemic relief funding. They said, man, we didn't pull out all the stops. We still broke. These heroic efforts were not enough to close the financial gap in time to satisfy debt obligations and allow the school to continue to operate independently, officials wrote in the release. Now, what makes this even crazier, right? What makes this story even crazy is their football team is damn good. Damn good. I think they went to the semifinals and lost to Valdosta, if I'm not mistaken. But D2 school, very good football program, was about to try to run it back. So pretty much every player on that team is now currently in the portal. It's pretty much been like a fire sale over there. Bama's are just out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, white people go. Listen, I'm not even gonna say, oh shucks, like nah. White people, hey, listen, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay, so white people go through some stuff too. All right, yeah. So I don't want to say like, oh, Scotty, all you do is talk about white Bama's fail. Okay, white Catholics fail. White people don't donate. Okay, can we talk about that? What happened to the alumni giving? What are alumni giving? White people, Caucasians, Caucus of the Mountains, Catholics, Pope, Cardinal, Bishop. Where the funding at? You know what I'm saying? Because if this was a black institution, they'd be like, well, if you just gave more, if you spent your money correctly, if you are fiscally responsible, none of these Caucasians was fiscally responsible. That's why they failed in the closing. Pray to Mother Mary Magdalene. Okay, and see if you can get your school back. It's gone. All right. Now, now the real question is this: what does the state do with these buildings? That's the real question. Or does the bank or whoever you owe the loan to, because that really could be considered collateral. So they end up getting it, probably selling it off and stuff like that. That's crazy. So just want to make that very clear. You know what I'm saying? So white people go through stuff too. They needed more alumni giving. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Over there with the 2% alumni giving. We ain't doing that. So just wanna, cause y'all, I'm telling you, man, I hear it so much that I just had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just had to do it. That school is private, so it goes to the loan. So that goes to the loan folks. Hey, man, that thing gone. That bank about to scoop it and be gone. Bobby, coming to you.
Hey.
What's up, Bobby?
What's happening, Scotty?
We're up.
Man, I'm making it, man. I want to jump in real quick just to say to all the business owners that live in that area, if anybody on this, they're going to have a liquidation sale of all those assets to pay the bank back. And it may be an opportunity for small business owners or startups to get equipment at a discounted rate that hasn't been like ramsacked equipment.
I like that.
Throw that out there, is that they will have a liquidation sale. You have to figure out when it's going to happen.
That might be the next. That might be the next pull up. That might need. I'm gonna have to pull that date up. I'm out here in Ohio. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
Right, because people that want to start restaurants, they have a cafeteria that will be selling off that equipment in that cafeteria. They will be selling off, computers and stuff at the university. There's a bunch of stuff here that's useful for small businesses. So just want to throw that out there.
Hey, I might be up there trying to find a laptop. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm like, let me get one of them Notre Dame college laptops.
That's why, get those good MacBook,
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them Catholics, they probably got some high stuff. You know what? I might just buy me one of them stained glasses and just put it in my house. Just let me get that stained glass right there with Jesus.
LEDs behind it so they shine when you want to shine.
I'll put that joint right in my office. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that stained glass with Jesus on it.
All right, my brother.
Hey, appreciate it, B.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Yeah, I need all that. Yeah, I need that. Let me get that cross too. Yeah, let me get that too. Let me get that cross. And, is that ivory? Oh, let me get that ivory cross. Yeah, I need all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, Aaron. You know what? I might have to look. I don't know how to find no liquidation sales, but let me get them broadcast cameras. Okay, let me get some of that. That's facts. I like that. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have my stained glass Jesus piece. Then I'm gonna have my camera right next to it. Yeah, that's how we doing it. That is how we doing it. All right, let me take some of these tabs out because my computer is running pretty slow. I be leaving my stuff up all the time. Listen, I will tell you this. Key be getting on me all the time. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I leave all my tabs up on my phone, right? Like, if you got an iPhone, you could just like slide it up and then it'll show you all the stuff that's in the background. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, all my stuff be up. She be like, dang, like it'd be like 30 tabs. And cause I be forgetting to really like, take it off and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. So I have a really bad habit of leaving my laptop on and not shutting it down and stuff like that. So I do the same thing with my phone. So it's just bad. It's bad stuff. It's bad stuff. Let me see what else I got. God, dog, I got all this stuff open. Jesus Christ, I got a lot of stuff open. I know Key probably downstairs shaking her head right now. Like, I told you to close all that stuff out. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Scotty Ministries, Sports Division, LS. Hey, Hey, where you get prayer, prophecy, and football. I like it. I like it. Prayer, prophecy, and football is all in one. It's all in one. I love it. I love it. All right, let's keep it going. So, listen, man. And he trash. God almighty. From here on out, when you see Grambling, I just want you to think of recycle, right? It was the trash bags. You know what I'm saying? I did the trash bag thing. I think that's, I'm going to have to give me like a recycle symbol and just like a whole bunch of G's. When you think of Grambling, you got to think of recycle. Because that's all, if you really be, like, let's be honest, like, it's not even recently. That's just what they do. Doug Williams he either gone and came back again. Same thing with Dooley. You know what I'm saying? Left, came back again. You know what I'm saying? Like, just trash. And he trash. Elite recycling. Elite. And then what makes it even worse is the logic that Grambling fans have. I be like, y'all ninjas is like, okay. Ooh, here we go. Like Jackson people are delusional, right? Like they're delusional about the success they're going to have. Grambling's delusional in the state that they're in. Like, it's like when you're broke, but you're like, nah, I got money. Like, no, ninja, you're broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where, like, Grambling people have this inflated fantasy about themselves. Like, at least at the worst thing about Tahoe State, right? They'll tell you at least we lead in attendance. All Grambling can give you is like stuff they done did like since like Eddie Robinson done passed away. Like, oh yeah, you know, he had like 76 championships back in the 70s, and then we had like over 300 players drafted in like 30 years ago, and then we had. I'm like, what have you done for me lately? Right? What have you done for me lately? Well, we are the only. Well, until FAMU, we were the only team to win a SWAC a Celebration Bowl. I'm like, that was 2016. What have you? We didn't even go. Listen, let me tell you. Let me show you because I think I'm crazy. Look at this. He says, I'm seeing. This is somebody, a Grambling fan. You can see the G on his head. He says, I'm seeing some people talk about our new /OC as if he didn't produce a top 5 offense in all of FCS during his last stint at Grambling. With a less talented O-line, he still produced. Come on now. You had a 1 of 1. Oh, no, I'm not following him back. You had a 1 of 1 quarterback. You had a 1 of 1 running back. And then you had a crazy defense. But let me tell you, since people talk about 2016 and live here, let me show you what has happened since 2016. Since 2016, there was no COVID-19 since this new happened. Deshaun Watson was playing for Clemson. One Dance was the #1 song by Drake. Barack Obama was still president. Like, just imagine that alone. Since the last time Eric Dooley offense really looked like something, like was really winning something, was Barack Obama was still in office. And this is supposed to be the guy that, like, he literally just got 2 years. Facts, right? He literally, your rivals. Let Let me tell you what this reminds me of. And this might be a really bad analogy, but this is what I feel when I think about this. It's like you're dating a chick, right? You're dating a chick. And she's pregnant. And she tells you the baby's not yours. And you drop her. And then somebody that you don't F with is dating said girl with said baby. And it's like, I dropped her because she was shady. And she was out there. You knew she was shady and out there, and you still wifed her up. Like, that's what, when I think about Dooley at the situation at Grambling, I'm like, you saw what Dooley was at Southern. You had an up close and personal encounter with said person, and you still are deciding to link yourself with said person. And then people say, well, he's probably a better OC than he is as a head coach. And I would then think and sit back and say, how? Because as a head coach, you call all the shots. So whatever Dooley wanted to do offensively, he could have done it because why? He's the head man in charge. He's the head man in charge. So when you have the full autonomy of power, I don't know, because Steve Spagnuolo is a great example of that. Like, not a great head coach, not a bad head coach, but not a great head coach, but he's a better coordinator. So I'm gonna let Dooley rock on that one. But I don't know. I don't know. This hire to me is so bad. I won't say like it's horrible, but it just, I'm like, you couldn't find nobody that was just young and innovative that you're just like, because understandably, you're not going to pay a lot for this position, right? It's HBCU football. You can't go out and afford, like Mickey Joseph got some serious connects. He can't go out and afford his top OC that he wanted. Bama probably going to ask for $150,000, $160,000, and Mickey Joseph with Grambling's budget ain't got it, right? So I get it. And I think Dooley is a situation where it's like, he's not going to complain. He's not going to complain about the pay, right? Because he's getting paid from Southern. He's been getting paid for the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. Right now I will say this. Jason Rollins is a little different, right? Because I haven't heard anybody speak bad about him as a coach. Just Southern didn't think he was a good head man, no homo. Leader. They don't think he was a good leader. Excuse me. Oh my God, that was a horrible one. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I really didn't mean it in such a way because I know you Bams are like, hey, yo, like, yeah, I know you got me on that one. But they said as a defensive coach, he's really good. So I'm not, and listen, at this point, anything was better than Cedric Thornton. All right. Anything is better than Cedric Thornton. That Bama, God, dog, he was stinking up the joint. I'm talking about like, yay, Jesus, that Bama was stinking up the joint. Yeah, anything better than Cedric Thornton, okay? My daughter calling defensive plays better than Cedric Thornton. Dog, it was because as a football player, you say that like he's the head guy. You know what I'm saying? But like he's like, hey, yo, pause, right? But in football, you say that he's the head guy, right? But, you know, head man, head guy, it's all the same. But you know, hey, pause, no homo, right? So it is what it is. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. But what I'm really curious to see about is this. This is where it gets interesting. He has a 2-year contract. Now, let me be very clear, and I'm going to be First of all, let me say this. Travion Scott, right? And I hope somebody clips this for him. Let me tell you something. So Perry hits me up. He's like, "Hey, yo, Scott, like, he's like, hey, what's your problem with Travion?" And I was like, I ain't really got no problem with Travion. He just sucks as an AD. Like, that's just facts, right? So Perry's like, I bumped into him at the Southern and Grambling game. And I'm like, oh, you did? And he brought up the fact, he was like, Perry said something to the effect like, you snuck you one out of here. And he was like, and this is out of Perry. This is Perry telling me, he's like, Travion said, you snuck on the Scotty show. And he's like, hey, yo. He's like, you got a problem with Scotty? And Travion Scott was like, fuck that nigga. That's what was said. Fuck that nigga. Let me just say this, right? I do not know Travion Scott personally. I don't. And he also said it was on site when he see me. That's now, Perry didn't tell me that. I've heard that from somebody else. That was a rumor. He said it's on site when he see me. Listen, let me just say this. Travion Scott, it doesn't matter how mad. Let me get closer to the camera. Travion Scott, it doesn't matter how mad you get, right? Doesn't matter what cuss words you use. It doesn't matter anything. You suck as an AD. That doesn't change that you're ass as an AD. Absolutely, unequivocally ass as an AD. Ain't no changing that. Ain't no cuss words gonna change that. Ain't no, oh, I'm gonna beat you up when I see you. It don't matter. None of that stuff matters. You suck as an AD. Can we just say that? Can we just say that nice and clearly? Okay. All right, cool. TG, come on. What's up, TG?
Bruh, that boy my number. Tell him if he got a problem with you, come holler at your boy. I'm with the smoke, bruh. I'm with it. Tell that boy come holler at me, bro. What's good with you, bro?
Man, living, man. How you been, bro?
Man, I've been trying to get stuff together for these kids I'm teaching, man. We're getting closer to the end. My band kids been working hard. I've been out here selling nachos and doing all kind of stuff to raise money to give them scholarships to some of these collegiate bands.
Come on.
The high school band camps they have in the summer, you know, they cost money, like $500 to stay on campus. So a lot of kids don't have it. So I'm trying to get some money, you know what I'm saying? Select a couple of kids who've been doing what they supposed to do, grades good type of situation to say, hey, you did your thing over here. We worked hard to provide this for you so that you can go to the camps, you know, so on and so forth, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what it's about, man. You know, giving back to the kid, giving back to the kiddos.
Yeah, bro. Been grinding, dog. I catch you every now and then, but I just been on the grind trying to get that stuff together, man, and different things like that. But yeah, bro, man, look, bro, look, just if you need me, dog, just tell them, boy, that, hey, when they got a problem with you, just put my number on the screen. I'll say, hey, call this number right here. If you got a problem with Scotty, I'll let my boy TG, and it's over with, dog. I'm gonna handle it.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I probably gonna need to put you on payroll for security.
Dog, I got you, dog. I got the goons, bro.
Oh, I need them all, man. Hey, TG, as always, man. Love you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Love you too, bro.
All right, boy. Listen, man. So, yeah, that's what was said. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, listen, it is what it is. They say if somebody's not hating on you, then you're not doing your job. And I'm just telling y'all, he's ass as an AD. It ain't nothing to it but to prove it. And I've been proving it. Trash. Anyway, so let's get back to this contract. A 2-year contract tells me that Mickey Joseph is about to LeBron James Grambling. And the only reason Mickey Joseph can do this is because Mickey Joseph is a hot name, right? Like, he don't, listen, I'm going to keep it above. He don't want to be stuck down here with you ninjas. It's just facts. I'm sorry. It is facts, right? It's facts. He don't want to be stuck down here with you ninjas. He don't want to be stuck dealing with Travion Scott's dumb stuff. And really, in my personal opinion, Travion Scott is really just trying to slide Eric Dooley into the head coaching position. I would not be surprised if Mickey Joseph is here at Grambling for 1 year and then gone tomorrow. Because when you sign a 2-year contract, it's like, listen, I don't trust you. I don't think you're going to do right by me. So when these 2 years is up, I'm outie. And then Grambling's going to be right back at square one, trying to find another recycled head coach and place into that position. And the only reason Grambling even has an ounce of chance to be actually good is because Mickey Joseph is a great recruiter. He's a great talent evaluator, and he's a great recruiter. Everybody, any coach that I've ever talked to and asked about Mickey Joseph, they said, I don't know how he is with the X's and O's, but Grambling is going to be a very talented team that nobody will deny, right? And I think some things that Mickey Joseph will have over Hugh from some of the stuff I'm hearing from the inside is just the discipline aspect and the correction of certain things and having it done a certain way, because a lot of people felt that Hugh mismanaged on one end and then he micromanaged on the other end, right? So mismanagement on the one end was Cedric Thornton and not correcting him and not putting restraints on what he could and could not call. And then micromanaging was Tony Hall, that since Hugh Jackson was an offensive guy, he always felt inclined to put his say into the play calling and things like that. That's just what I've been hearing. That's word on the street. So just giving you that. So I'm just telling you straight up, this 2-year it's very simple. It's very simple. Why is it a 2-year deal? It's because he don't want to deal with the foolishness of Grambling. He does not want to deal with the foolishness of Grambling. And let's be very clear. Mickey Joseph can get a call from any SEC coach tomorrow and make twice, either $500,000 or twice as much as he's making right now at Grambling with less headaches. Okay, with a fan base that don't show up unless it's homecoming, right? That's number one. Number two, they have this overinflated ego that they should win every single time because they're Grambling. That's number two, right? And then number three, you got a trash ass AD, right? Trying to act like everything I'm this grandmaster Flash when in reality you a grown man puppet for the swag. You a grown man puppet for the commissioner. The only reason that Grambling isn't in the dumps is because of the former president being an actual lawyer to tell his non-AD and ass, hey, listen, we good. We can stay on this contract. We straight. He don't know what he doing. He don't know how to market. He don't know how to sell anything. He don't know how sponsorships works, which most ADs in the SWAC don't either. So it's not to just say, even though he is ass, him and Roman Banks. Him and Roman Banks are like two stooges, right? They're like brothers. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Da-da-da-da. We can't do no ADing. Like they can't. Right? So it's just a simple fact of the matter on that, right? So however Travion might feel towards me or whatever, I ain't this and I ain't that. Come on, man. You suck. You suck at your job. You suck at it. It's just facts. It's just facts. You suck. All right, so worry about you not sucking. No homo. At your job. No homo. Just want to make that very clear. So just thought, you guys should understand the stuff that I go through and the stuff that I hear. And, I'm like, man, how is it F me? What? I feel like that 50 Cent meme. F me? What I do? I didn't tell you to suck at your job. I didn't tell you to be ass at your job. I didn't tell you to be in a position you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came to your job to smack the broom out your hand. I didn't do that. That's you. That's like when people at McDonald's get mad at you, like, hey man, I ain't tell you to work here. I did not tell you to work here. I didn't do that. That was your job. And then what makes it even worse is Bama's like Travion Scott. They want the title, right? Oh, I'm the vice president athletic director of Grambling, but don't want none of the responsibility. Don't want none of the responsibility that comes with it. Don't want no accountability of what comes with said position. They just want the check and the title, and then but I want to be at all the photo ops. All the photo ops, I want to be at all of them. We getting a trophy? We getting a big check? But do I want to actually know how to do my job? Absolutely not. Do I want to actually know how to fundraise? Absolutely not. Do I want to know how to actually do a sponsorship deal? Absolutely not. But I want the title and the check, though. Gotta get the title and the check. Come on, man. And it's too many people in HBCUs in the athletic director role that don't know how to conduct business in athletics. Athletics is a business that you don't understand. So let me just say that. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna just say that and keep it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. So at the end of the day, it just is what it is. That's what you're doing. Last thing, man. New segment I got called "Let's Keep It Real." Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck, right? Let's keep it a buck. And the thing is that I know I say a lot of stuff. I say a lot of stuff. And I made this tweet, right? And you would have thought I said HBCU players shouldn't get drafted. It's not what I said, but I'll read you my tweet. My tweet said, there's a man from the Caucasus Mountains running a 4.4 at linebacker, but we supposed to have a linebacker drafted from HBCUs running a 4.7 through 5 flats. Let's be real. Right? Which in all reality, I'm speaking truth to facts. I'm speaking truth to facts when you're so caught in your bubble, right? When you're so caught in your bubble that you think that everything that your school has and all the players that come from it are draftable guys, that is not true. The thing is this, right? This is crazy to me. People, you got to understand, people think like getting drafted is just like everybody. It's the same way that not everybody gets in Cornell. Not everybody gets in Yale. Not everybody gets in A&T. Not everybody gets in FAMU. Ain't no uproar in that because everybody understands it's only so many spots. It's not that you're not qualified. It's just somebody better than you. It's somebody better than you that has filled your spot. It's not that you're not good. You're not as good as this person, right? And everything in life is like that. But when it comes to sports, people have this entitlement that just because we're an HBCU and we did this and he's done this in HBCU level, that he should have the entitlement to just get drafted. That's not how football works. It's not. That's why at the end of the day, when players move up, they get better opportunities because the value of what it is being graded at another level. They value it more. So when you have a player go from D1AA or FCS football to G5 or to G5 to FBS, right? The more you go up, the more that football is valued, right? Let me be very clear. What's the DN? Niles Gaddy, right? Let me be very clear. If Niles Gaddy stayed at Jackson State, he is maybe a 7th round pick. Maybe a 7th round pick. Most likely undrafted free agent. The fact that he went to Mizzou and has some stat line and has the measurables that he has, 6'5", 6'6", I would not be surprised if he gets drafted in the 4th or 5th round. just simply off the competition he's gone against, the success he had at Jackson, the semi-success he had at Mizzou, the team success that Mizzou had, and if he has a damn good pro day, runs a 4.6 or 4.7, if that boy runs a 4.5 or 4.6, he's getting drafted. You can't be that big with playing that competition and not get drafted, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If Shedeur stays at Jackson State, he is not a first-round pick. Can we all agree with that? If Shedeur Sanders stays at Jackson State for another 2 years, all 4 years, he's not a first-round pick. I don't give a damn what you see from him. I really don't care. They're not going to make that kid a first-round pick. He goes to Colorado. He has a losing season. A losing season. He is a 95 overall on NCAA. And I'm not saying Shedeur is bad. I'm I'm just telling you, just look at the disparity. Your team can suck, and you still be a first-round pick in the FBS. He was beating everybody to sleep in the SWAC. Undefeated 2 years running in the SWAC. Never lost the game. He probably would 5th to 6th, 7th round pick. You get what I'm saying? So and with all the success that he's had, that's what I'm saying. All the success that he was having at Jackson State. So when I'm telling people, I'm trying to put things into focus for people, is you have to understand the value at which people evaluate the talent. Okay? So when I say that a kid running 4.4, a white boy from, I think he played at North Carolina State, if I'm not mistaken, at North Carolina State. North Carolina State wasn't no world beaters. North Carolina State wasn't in the college playoff. You get what I'm saying? Like, they weren't out here just like, oh my God, you see North Carolina. Nothing, but it's the talent, it's the competition, it's the measurables, and it's the time that he ran, right? And when you accumulate all that together, it is what it is. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. One of my favorite linebackers, right? One of my favorite linebackers in the SWAC, Bubba. I love Bubba. And if Bubba watches this, or anybody from Alabama State watches this, I want to be very clear. I am a Bubba fan. If you go back into the early shows, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was the first person to interview Bubba and Ershad Davis here on this platform. I called them Ebony and Ivory, right? I love those guys. I'll never forget it. It was the spring season and they was playing Southern, and Bubba was a freshman, and Ershad was killing it, and them boys were everywhere. It wasn't a play that Bubba was not involved in. Okay? So when I tell you I love Bubba Adams, I absolutely love Bubba Adams. But once again, Bubba's measurables and his time does not help him. If Bubba was 6'1" or 6'2" and ran a 4.6, he's a draftable linebacker with all the accomplishments in the SWAC. I want to be very clear, because people jumped on my thing talking about what did Leonard Davis or Shaq Davis, Darius Leonard, what did Darius Leonard run? But I'm like, you're not telling the full picture of Darius Leonard. Darius Leonard was 6'2", had dominated against competition like Clemson in South Carolina, games like that where he showed up and showed out, right? 6'2", 215, 210-ish, right? Ran a 4.7, but the tape showed you something different. The tape showed that he was a second-round pick. And he's valuable at that. You could take a risk on that. You cannot take a risk on a guy and like I said, I love if Bubba was 6 foot or 6'1", he is a draftable linebacker. If he runs a 4.6 to 4.7, he is a draftable linebacker. He's a 5th round pick. Easy. And it's not even a question. He's a 5th or 6th round pick. Now, whatever they decide to take him is on them. But you're talking about somebody that can play middle linebacker at 6'1", 6'2", running a 4.6 or 4.7, yes, he's a draftable linebacker. But when you're 5'10", 5'11", running a 4.8, it don't hit the same. I can't take that risk. So I want to be very clear about some of the statements that have been said on this Twitter. And I'm like, yo, I get it. If nobody else understands it, it's me. And if nobody roots harder for anybody, it's me. I think some of the most, let me tell you some of my draft snubs. Right? We all know Marquise Bell was a draft snub, but he had some off the field stuff. Some of my draft snubs is LaDenian Brooks from Prairie View. I think that was a draft snub. If you watch the tape, like if you watch LaDenian Brooks from Prairie View, that was a draft. He's a 6 to 7 round draft pick just off his speed alone. Undrafted free agent. Absolutely a snub, right? The slot receiver for JSU that first season for not Warren, it was the guy that Shador threw to all the time. He's a slot receiver his first year. I thought he was a draft snub. Easy should have been a 6, 7 round pick. Easily, right? Just I love this game. Who else would? Dejan Nugget Warren, draft snub, absolute draft snub. It just was. It's not because. Listen, let me tell you this, and I'm gonna be real with you. If Dejan would have went to Georgia, listen. If I was Dejan Nugget Warren, if I saw Deion, it would be on site. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I saw Deion Sanders, it would be on site. Because if Dejan Nugget Warren would have went to Georgia and did the if that Bama would have went to Georgia and did the exact same thing he did at the combine at the HBCU and did it at the pro day at Georgia, he's a 3rd round corner. With the tape of Nugget, you got to encompass everything that you saw from Nugget. You got to encompass. You got to the spring season, right? The next season. Those two, the spring season and his first season, nobody threw at him. Nobody threw at him. Let's be very clear, right? So those 2 years, plus he ran a 4.5, unofficial was a 4.43, right? I think officially it came in like a 4.6. It was something crazy like that, a 4.5, 4.6. But if he's at Georgia, he's a draftable DB, period. Because the tape alone makes him draftable. His tape alone made him draftable. No ifs, and, or buts about it, right? Though, listen, y'all can say whatever you want. Keontae Hampton, draft snub. I don't care what you say. Keontae Hampton from Jackson State was a draft snub. That kid had it. That kid, you're talking about a kid that he could diagnose the play so fast. It was unreal. Unreal. Keontae Hampton was a draft snub. Period. D. Anderson from Alabama A&M, draft snub. Big body receiver, play, go get it at the highest level, draft snub. Who else? Akil Glass was not a draft snub. I'm standing on that. I'm gonna stand on that. Akil Glass was not a draft snub. I'm gonna stand on that. You know, y'all can say whatever you want. I'm gonna stand on that. He was not a draft snub. Who else? Just in my short time of watching the SWAC. Yeah, those are some of my draft snubs that I seen that I was just like, wow, right? That really shocked me. So when I say what I say, it's not because I don't like the players. I say what I say to just keep it in perspective that it is literally like shooting M16 300 yards and you're trying to put it through a hole in the wall. Like that's how hard it is to get into the NFL. Dre, coming to you. What's up, Dre?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, the NFL is hard. NFL is hard for FBS people, so you know it's going to be hard for everybody else. And you know this just like I do. That 40 time is big.
Yeah,
and for good or bad, it's almost way too much, and then sometimes it's not weighed enough. But you know, folks who ran a 4.3 and it's bumped them up 20 spots, and they NFL bust. But I think at the FCS level, I guess some of the time I think you're not taught to prepare for the NFL, and not saying that's a school's responsibility, but you know you're not taught. That 40 could overnight change things. You know, because if you're, what's the boy that plays for Kansas City that went to Fayetteville State?
the DB.
Yeah, he was 6'2", but he ran like a 4.4. You know, if he's 6'2" and he's running a 4.6,
he's not getting drafted. He's not getting drafted. Yeah, he's not getting drafted. Same thing with from South Carolina State, Jacoby Durant. Durant. Same thing.
He ran like a 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
So that 40, because the 40 is going to sit there, is going to be like, okay, let me go look at tape. Same with old boy from Jackson State that got drafted last year. He ran like a 4.3. So now I got to go a little bit at the tape. Like, hold up. Okay, he's 6'2" corner. Okay, I know he's been on the prime, so I know at the corner position he's been taught well. Runs the 4.3. So now I could justify taking him when the size and the speed
absolutely
adds up.
Absolutely.
You gotta have at the FCS. You gotta have both. Unless you gotta have both at the FCS. At the at the FBS, there's a lot more individual. It's a lot Colorado.
No, it's a lot more. Hold on. It's a lot more. Hold on, Dre. It's a lot more scouting with the helmet, right? Because I'll give you this. You could be a 5'10" safety at Alabama and get drafted, but you cannot be a 5'10" safety in FCS and get drafted. It's that simple, right? The way they will pass on you at the FCS level. And I'm listen, we all know the SEC is some top-notch competition. But if you're a 5'10" safety and you killing in the SEC level, you are draftable. Point blank, period.
Yeah. And be honest, sometimes you really just benefit from just being on the team. And because everybody in Georgia ain't draftable. We know that.
Yeah.
Everybody in Alabama ain't draftable. But you definitely gonna get the benefit of the doubt. And you got people jobs that line. And you can sit there and always blame it on, man, he went to Alabama. He was supposed to be good. He went to Georgia. If all of a sudden I take somebody from the FC, that's why the only reason why old boy from the 49ers still got his job is because Purdy ended up working out. Because any other time you trade 3 first rounders for an FCS quarterback
and it fails, you're fired.
He flunks out. And so that's the only reason why he still got his job. And to be honest, he ain't got much longer to have because he's had too much longer of a leash. Because anybody else, you take 3 first rounds for a quarterback who got 13 starts. I heard some GM talk about that when he evaluates quarterbacks, he wants to know how many games he's played in. That shows how many reps he's had and all that. Dude from North Dakota State had 13 games. You can't justify taking him 3 and trading 3 first rounders to get him.
Facts.
In no other world can that happen. And nobody black definitely couldn't have done that. So, yeah, that 40, I just for FCS definitely. That 40 time is big. And if you get that 40 time, that's going to help a lot with your film.
Now, let me say this, and I'm gonna let you go. Right, I'm looking at Willie Drew from Virginia State Virginia State. He just ran a 4.48 and a 4.47 as a DB. Right, like that helps. If you're a Division II athlete and you're getting invited to the combine, you got to show up and show out, and that's 4.48 and 4.47. That is showing up and showing out. Because I want people to remember this. And I never forget this because his cousin used to go to my church, Vernon Davis. When Vernon Davis was coming out of Maryland, I think they had him at a third.
He ran that. He ran that 4.3.
Man, he ran that 4.
He was like the first. He was like the first one to do that. I remember.
Dog, he was a 4th round pick. He ran that 4.3 and he became a first rounder immediately. That's what happens when you turn heads at the combine. That just is what it is. So I just want to put it in context.
Is big too.
Yeah, want to put it in context.
So, hey, appreciate it, man.
No, appreciate you, Dre. Cal, coming to you, then JB, I see you. What's up, Cal?
Yo, what the business is, man?
What's up, man?
I ain't talked to you in a hot minute.
Yeah, I've been on the go.
Well, shit, I've been working overnight, and every time I look up, you doing a show, I'll be sleeping like, damn. I catch rewatches though.
Appreciate you.
Hey, the Vernon Davis. I mean, Vernon Davis had that hairline like Stevie Wonder. He should have been let them braids go, but he finally did. Anyway, to your point, I guess I'm getting a half minute of this. Are you playing at FCS level? You're already been under recruited. So if you want to get drafted, you're gonna have to show out you're gonna have to perform at your said school, FCS or Division II, whatever. You gotta put up stats, and you're gonna have to show out at the combine, and you're probably gonna have the measurables. It's like the perfect storm for you to get drafted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't be, if you're a quarterback, 6 foot, run a sub 4.4, I'm saying 4.45. You know what I'm saying? And you got to perform at your level because you ain't getting drafted coming. You on a 4.6 coming from the SWAC. I'm sorry. And there have been SWAC cornerbacks that run 4.6s and 4.7s and been all SWAC. All MEAC probably too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, and this is what you're going against, right? This DB at Mississippi State, he's 6'2" and ran a 4.34. Like that's what you're going against. Like I keep telling people, it's not that you're not good. There's somebody that is better. And when you got a Bama who is 6'2", running a 4.34, and you're running a 4.8, 4.7, what are they going to do with that? Come on.
I'm not recruiting that. I mean, me being honest, if I'm a college coach, I'm like, are you on a 4.8? Hey, what did you run coming into college? You know what I'm saying? What were those times? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say this, I probably got people on the line. This thing would drive me crazy though. You know, of course I'm Jackson all day, but people at HBCU levels think that some of these schools should be on level Alabama. And if, you know, you play ball and I play ball, they don't understand there's different levels to this. The FCS, like this between the SWAC and the freaking North Dakota State is a different level. Between freaking Alabama and Ole Miss is a different level. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand it until you actually compete against some of those levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I won't sit back and listen. Hey, Ted, I got one last question or statement. Why is Southern so damn quiet? I ain't heard a freaking mouse piss on cotton.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been low key. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's not too much about recruiting or anything.
Hey, someone needs to call the police and a welfare check to them folks. Make sure they're alive down there. I'll let you, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Jesus Christ, the man was flying in this other thing. JB, coming to you.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing, sir?
What's up, JB?
Okay, but before I make my point, To that fake big worm looking guy who said that it was on site when he saw you, I need him to worry about getting duly a ascot shop up in Grumbling, and then also he needs to worry about finding some wigs from that new coach and whatnot who's caught smoking the stuff on the film and whatnot before he starts talking about coming at somebody.
Yeah.
So let's kind of get that part of the way right now. Okay, the main point I want to make though, and the previous caller kind of shine a little bit. One thing that we as a fan base, and you know what, I love your draft analysis for FCS guys, HBC guys, whatever. But we also need to understand that who you play against matters.
That's true.
And I don't know if we figured that part out yet. Like we'll say, okay, well, why we need to play against these white schools? Don't need the white man's validation. But if you're playing against a P5 person and going against those people is the tape that people watch, you know, you need to put those games on your schedule. And then, of course, I'll say the playoffs too. And here's the reason why I say the playoffs for a second, right? The game that Sam had against Southeast Louisiana, Marquise Bell showed out. Don't think for one second that effort against Southeast Louisiana helped get him drafted with like a 14, 15 tackles that ball game and whatnot. You know, and so I think those performances in the postseason help because you're taking on higher competition too. Now, of course, someone mentioned SWAC quarterbacks, right? I got into this guy. He was talking about Darius Leonard possibly being against like a draft pick, et cetera. The previous three Peyton Award winners were Eric Berrier from Washington, from Eastern Washington, Cole Kelly from Southeast Louisiana, and Lindsey Scott from Incarnate Word. Was Darius Richards better than any of those guys that I just named? Okay. So
stat-wise,
and
no.
those are guys that actually, stat-wise, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even the same ballpark. But see, we got guys who'll say, okay, well, because we saw him play X, Y, and Z, then he should get drafted. It's got to be both know it doesn't work that way.
That's facts.
Which also goes into the HBCU combine and stuff too. I think maybe it's the reputation that the combine has in terms of what the quality of plays they're getting, which is why some people may or may not be paying attention to it because people say, okay, well, they showed up as kind of measurables and whatnot. The first question someone's going to ask is, okay, who would you go up against? Like, for example, I mentioned Bubba from Alabama State. I saw him play a couple games last year. Good stuff. But you also took on 2 Division II opponents last year. If you're trying to get drafted, going against 2 D2 schools does not help your cause. Now, true, we like the coach, we like the shit-talking part that comes with playing these games, but do they really help your players in the long term?
No, and what didn't help Bubba is his UCLA tape is really bad. The time that he played against UCLA is really bad. Yeah, it's really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's just because I watched that game because of just kind of breaking it down. Because like to me, Davis Richards, like don't get me wrong, listen, UCLA this year was it this year they played him? They played him this year, yeah. That was a bad game because that UCLA defensive line was unreal. Okay, so it wasn't too much you could do with that. So I couldn't expect too much from Davis, but it's those type of games. It's the New Mexico States. It's the it's the Marshalls. It's the Rutgers. It's like stuff like that. Like show me something. Give me 2 touchdowns and 250. You know what I'm saying? Like give me something like that. I don't need it to be 450 and 4 touchdowns. I would like to see that, but give me something along those lines. And that's what makes your eyes open. Like, hey, this kid. Because then you start looking at it. It's if the kid had more talent, what could he have done? You get what I'm saying? That's really what it comes down to.
Correct.
If you give the kid more talent, what could he have done? And that's where I think a lot of kids are at in certain situations that, when they play these big programs and stuff like that.
Correct. And then something else too, I'll go after this whatnot. You mentioned a couple of the Jackson State guys that should be looked at as well. Now, the one thing that JSU did do that actually hurt them and whatnot, and I think Blue mentioned this in one of your shows beforehand too much on his show. During Deion's time at JSU, they did not take on a single top 25 FCS team, and they also only played 1 FBS opponent. I think they played more D2 schools than they did FBS.
Oh yeah, they only played ULM. Yeah, that was it. They only played ULM. That was the only. And see, that's to me, that is the knock on Deion's time at Jackson State. Jackson State fans ain't gonna care, right? But HBCU fans should care because North Carolina A&T became North Carolina A&T because of the competition they were beating. Right, Grambling became Grambling because of if we all know if Devontae Kincaid does not get hurt against Arizona, they win that game, right? So it's those type of matchups that make you go, oh shit, like this team is unreal, right? It's those type of environments. It's not beating up on your little brother. You know, oh yeah, I'm beating up on my own brother. That's cool. That's dandy. All right, whoop-de-doo, right? Because they don't value that competition on the same level. That's why everybody's like, oh, coming out of the SEC means so much because they have such a high value on the football, right? So that's why as a team, you don't have to go play the Miamis. You don't have to go play the Georgias, but you need to go play some FBS program that has a little buzz. You need to go. FAMU beat South Florida. Now we talking something.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
If you beat Troy State, if you beat UCF, if you beat any of those schools,
come on,
FIU, FAU, if you beat any of those programs, now you're having a different discussion.
Now we're having a different discussion.
Yeah, and it's like, the other thing is, let's find whatnot. I'm guessing maybe 12 to 15 FCS players drafted this year. Your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be a lot of O-linemen. O-linemen, some D-line, some tight. It's going to be a lot of big boy positions, right? Like, I don't think you're going to see a lot of skill guys go. It's going to be like, some D-line, some tight ends, some O-linemen. And then you might have one or two guys from the – I think you might have like 5 skill guys, and the rest of those jokers might be big boys. So I'll give you that.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, JB. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, got a little bit more time left before I got to get up out of here. Got a meeting at 5. So let me just say these, and I'm going to get up out of here. Coach Owanduma said, this is the guy that brought up Darius Leonard, Coach Owanduma, right? So he said he ultimately became NFL Defensive Player of the Rookie Year, NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Pro Bowl, All-Pro, second-round draft pick out of HBCU, Darius Leonard, whoop-de-doo. All right, cool. And it's Bama's like these. The Mongo Slade, right? Mongo. What kind of... Anyway. Jerry Rice ran a 4.6. He's only the greatest receiver ever and proof that 40 times are singular measure of a football player. Listen. And this is what I responded to him on this. Anybody that knows anything about football, there is track speed and then there's football speed. I'm going to say that again because I know a lot of women watch this and they're like, huh? Listen, there is track speed, which is a straight line speed, and then there's football speed where I never get caught, right? And Jerry Rice had a thing called football speed. It's not a video you could probably find of Jerry Rice getting chased down and tackled from a pursuit angle. You don't see it because that's football speed. He has the pull away ability. He can get gone, get lost. He's gone, right? That 4.6 didn't translate to a football field. He's just faster on the field. But then you have guys who run 4.3s and 4.4s, and you see their tape, and you're like, you look slow. It doesn't translate. So it goes both ways. And the mere fact that this Bama's trying to stop living in the 80s. That is what HBC, listen, I'm not telling you not to care about your history. That's what I'm not telling. But for you to be like, well, Jerry Rice in the 80s, like, bro, we are in 2024. Keep thinking like that, and you're going to keep getting the same results. All right? Keep thinking like that, and Darryl Green is what? One of the fastest players to ever play in the NFL. Right? So that just shows you how fast Jerry Rice was, right? But the mere fact of people who constantly live in the 80s, and I'm just like, man, like you have to live in this day and age. You have to take all the variables in this day and age. You have to understand, like, stop comparing eras. It doesn't help anybody. Stop doing that. It doesn't compare to anybody. Stop doing that. It doesn't help anybody, right? You have to isolate the incident for what it is. Jerry Rice was that man back in the day. Nowadays, 2024, who's that guy right now? Hello, good people. Sitting at my sister's sports bar in Forest Miss with Coach Fred McNair. Ask Coach McNair this, Mr. Kincaid. Ask Coach McNair this. What is he coaching at Southern? What is his job? What is his job requirement? Call lines is open, Mr. Kincaid, if you want to call in. But if you don't want to call in, what is his job at Southern? Is he even going to Southern? Those are the real questions, okay? Ask the hard questions if you're by him or, if you're close to him. And shout out to Mr. Gregory. He stayed repping Care South. They stay repping some Southern stuff. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Care South with Mr. Gregory. So, yeah. Say what Mr. Kincaid say real quick. Hello, good people. Sitting at my sister's sports bar in Fort. He all this. Listen, if this don't sound like bragging, I don't know what is. Let me read it again to y'all. Hello, good people. Sitting at my sister's sports bar in Forest, Mississippi, with Coach Fred McNair. And yeah, I'm with Mr. Campbell on that one. Ask Coach McNair would he have took the FAMU job. Come on, Mr. Kincaid, what you doing? You gonna jump in here? You gonna jump in here bragging, but then we don't answer no questions. Oh, somebody just told me he coaching tight ends.
Oh, goddamn.
Not Coach Fred McNair out here coaching tight ends. Oh, man. Not the great Fred McNair out here coaching tight ends. Tight ends, no. Come on, you can't go out like that, Fred. You can't let him go out like that, Fred. God, dog, man. Oh, man, that's tough. That's tough. Well, hey, listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes it be like that. Listen, I'm about to get up out of here, guys. I want to appreciate everybody for coming in today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Listen, we're still on the road to 300. We still on the road for 300. Make sure you become a member in the link in the description below. $6.99. It's a bag of chips. Okay, it's a bag of chips. Get you some chips. Support me by buying a bag of chips for me. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know you Bama's. Yep. And NCAA giveaway at 300. He's still Alcorn. He's still my guy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. And we're doing an NCAA giveaway at 300. We might do it a little earlier. We don't want to wait too much, but we will be doing an NCAA giveaway at 300 when we get there. All right. So make sure you're in the link description below. You want to add to the chat. You want to be a part of the chat crew. Make sure you become a member of the channel. All right. Link is in the description below. Listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm a holla. God bless.